Testing 1 2, there we go. And it's Euro Truck Day. Fine. Euro Truck Day, Danny Ric Delivery Day. The summer break is over, and we're back on the road. Back continuing this job, whatever it is. London to Aberdeen. Let's just get on the road, eh? I did an American truck yesterday, and I talked about changes to the schedule. In that I haven't made one of these videos since the summer break in F1 started, even though that wasn't my intention. So I will recap it here, just in case there's someone who only watches Danny Ric Delivery. Have I done the map settings? Yes, I have. And we could drive on the normal side of the road here, can't we?
Okay, here we go.
I have shifted the cam to
Turn
give
right.
better vision of the mirrors.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
This is the side of the road I normally drive on, but in game I usually drive on the
Exit
on the
now.
right, because it's a left-hand drive vehicle, so it's a tad confusing, right?
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
Whoa. So, do I cover Formula 1 first, or do I cover schedule changes? Basically, the schedule's up in the air because of other things. But I do still plan to continue doing the current series. I'm also doing a bit more car mechanic sim. It's just the times and that will be a bit all over the place, so watch this space or check the Facebook page for any changes. If you want to know more about that, you can watch yesterday's ATS video, but that's kind of it in a nutshell. Fuel, we're okay. What is this? 48 kilometers an hour. So, Formula 1, back with a vengeance. Lots of news over the summer break.
Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
What happened first? Red Bull. Gasly back to Toro Rosso, Albon to Red Bull. That happened so long ago now in Formula One terms, you know, weeks. It's almost old news. You know what they say, you got to be 100% behind someone before you can stab them in the back.
Keep left,
So,
and then continue straight on.
Red Bull were 100% behind Gasly going into that break, and
Go
like
straight on.
3 days in, we got the call. I think it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I guess they got to the point where they sort of thought, well, we may as well see how Albon goes, because if he's no better than Gasly, we might need a free agent next year. So Albon with everything to lose at the moment. And of course Hulk is, we'll cover that in more detail, but Hulk is available now. I don't know if you're Red Bull, do you jump now and sign Hulk for next year? How many races do you evaluate Albon for? Because Hulk is probably the best available prospect, isn't he? So, I don't know. They're sort of talking about, well, Hulk would have to wait till the end of the year to see if Red Bull wanted him. If I was Red Bull, I'd be a tad worried. You know, I think Albon might only have 2 or 3 races to show he's got some promise. So, you know, fingers crossed for him in a way. Let's hope over. Seemed to go pretty good at Spa, but so let's see, you know, see how it goes at Monza in the race after that. If he was going horribly in those 3 races, I reckon he'd be out for next year. But I may stop for fuel. Man, people here drive so slow. What's going on? It's the worst, isn't it, when you got to drive into the sun this sort of time of day. Got some of the pit entry here. Got the handbrake on. So yeah. Tough break for Pierre. Let's hope he can sort of pull it out of the fire, sort of thing. But yeah, but no point crying over spilt milk, eh? Gasly out, Albon in. Like I said, I think Albon, well, he can't afford to ease himself in. He'll have to get up on that wheel pretty good. guess I should take things chronologically then. So, unsurprisingly, Perez back at Racing Point for next year. That's a sensible move, you know, unless he could find a better seat somewhere. It's a good move for him and the team.
Go straight on.
Excuse me. Very fun. Noise. Well, I couldn't go straight on there, could I? I needed to go to the other lane. It's just like real sat nav. It's sort of okay. You still got to pay attention, otherwise you end up going to God knows where. So, Bottas back in Mercedes. I reckon Lewis is happy about that. He's sort of one of these guys who's in the point where everything's sort of set for you, and you're the lead driver of the team. The last thing you want is some sort of hungry whippersnapper coming in and chopping at your heels.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight
why
on.
would you upset Lewis with Ocon when Bottas has been doing a perfectly good job? I was a little surprised. I really thought that Mercedes were going to go to Ocon. Guess they figure Lewis has got a couple of years left in him. You know, why upset the apple cart for 2020? So, Bottas back at Mercedes next year. I feel like he'd better try and win a championship next year. That left Ocon to Renault. That'll be an interesting battle between Ocon and Danny Ric. I mean, okay, he's a French driver. I suppose he's got a lot of knowledge of Mercedes and what they do.
Go straight on.
Maybe they can pick his brain about. So yeah, I don't know, there'll be an interesting battle between Danny Ric and Ocon. I sort of hope Renault can bloody pull it together next year though. I mean, this goal that people have of being the best of the rest, I find it's a stupid goal. Just make a car that can win.
Go straight on.
Sorry bro, we're going to have to put the headlight, the high beams on here so we can see. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, the hot tip now is that Hulk will go to Haas to place Grosjean. If I was Hulk, I'd be getting my guys to talk to Red Bull pretty seriously. I mean, Haas haven't looked great this year, have they? Them and Renault, I think, have been two disappointments of the season. And Williams, of course, but that's been disappointing us for a long time. So, you know, if you're Hulkenberg, you're going to Haas just to stay in F1, aren't you? I don't know his financial situation, but I think he was reasonably well paid by Renault. You know, maybe he needs to look somewhere else to get a win. Is he just desperate for that podium? Is that enough to stay a third place? You're going to spend another couple of years running around the middle of the field hoping you can jag a third place? So I don't know, for him, if I'd be either taking a step forward or giving up. You might as well go and do something where you can be competitive. Go to IndyCar. Mind you, I'm kind of with Grosjean on that one in terms of the ovals scare me, you know? Like, I'm all for watching him, but not for driving him in an IndyCar.
Keep left and then continue straight on.
One thing about Grosjean, he doesn't handle traffic too well, does he?
Go straight on.
When people are around him, there tends to be accidents. So, I can see where he's sort of going, I don't know about these ovals, you know? Actually, no, we've got to get off here.
Keep left.
So yeah, even if it's not Hulk, I don't see Grosjean staying next year, I really don't. Not at Haas. Now, if you were another Formula One team, would you pick him up? It's a tough one. You know, all I could say is, well, he'd probably be better than Kubica. But I don't know if he, you know, would be so good that Williams wouldn't be better off taking a young guy, you know? So...
Go straight on.
narrow streets in England, aren't they? So, I don't know. I see Grosjean the type of guy, maybe WEC. GT racing, you know? Maybe even TCR.
Keep right and then turn right.
I think he may
Turn
do better in it may suit him if it's
Turn left.
a less pressure environment, if you know what I mean.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
The thing is, the things that he's sort of involved in or that happen in a lot of racing series would be no big deal, but because it's Formula One, it's so newsworthy, you know. Like, the pressure on people to not make a tiny mistake is just huge. I think he'd be better off in a touring car where he can... If there's a bit of a rub, it's okay. So I could see him more at WEC or something. Makes more sense to me. You know, I don't see him going anywhere where he's going to take a step forward, you know, in Formula One. Like, I don't see sort of Mercedes knocking on his door. So
keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
God, these streets. A brief tour of the UK and then get out of here, eh? So yeah, I suppose we should have the Danny Ric wrap up. Qualifying that went pretty well for him, I think. In the race, he ended up finishing nowhere. And when you watch the highlights of that, there's no explanation of why is he running sort of in the top 10 and all of a sudden he finishes 14th. And at the end there, he's just getting wrecked by people. Don't know if like the power unit had given up the ghost or the tyres. Tyres are giving up the ghost, but you know, in the malaise that is Formula One news, they don't sort of cover these stories very well. Ferrari looked good.
Keep right and then
But again,
continue straight
it's
on.
the sort of track that suits them, and they had the high temps on the qualifying.
Go straight on.
Clay doing a good job. I suppose the thing that I've avoided so far, isn't it? It's the fatal accident. In GP2. You can sort of see it was weighing on some of the drivers a bit.
Go
Very
straight
sad.
on.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but people around Charles Leclerc tend to have some bad luck. It tends to bring out his best, doesn't it? He's just got that sort of grim determination, that guy. Good to see him get that first win on the board too. It's a pretty good place to have your first win. Oh, I was wondering why the sign said 60 and the speed went to 97, but it's 60 mile an hour. So yeah, I mean, there isn't good footage of what happened in the accident. Very hard to, when the car's had an accident and then gets speared full on in the side by another car, it's very hard to make a car that's going to survive one hard impact and then take a direct hit amidships, The other chap injured as well. Now they did say spinal injuries as well as sort of his broken legs, but
Go
they sort of said
straight
minor
on.
spinal injuries, so let's hope that he can at least get back full mobility. And the first thing that people talk about is they start talking about how safe it is. And they're kind of right. I mean, there is this environment, isn't there, especially in Formula One, when you think about the Yankee, where the pressure is on to keep your foot down. If you sort of err on the side of caution in terms of yellow flags and accidents and stuff like that, 95% of the time you're going to get kicked in the ass for it because nothing happened and you lost time. And there's those few percentage of the time where you're putting yours or somebody else's life in danger. I mean, not pertaining to this accident in particular, but just in, for instance, Formula One, where you see people having an accident, the guy behind them doesn't lift and then gets caught up. And you give the guy who's had the accident a penalty as well. There kind of needs to be a little bit of onus on people that it's your job to avoid an accident that's in front of you. If somebody just rams into you, that's one thing. But if someone has an accident in front of you, and I'm not saying it's got anything to do with the crash on the weekend, just sort of thinking in safety in general, the onus needs to be on the driver to try and make themselves and everyone else safe a little bit. And this thing with the sort of delta and stuff like that, to me it would make more sense if you speed limited everyone's car. You just pressed a button and everyone's car could only do 70 k's an hour. Like they have at some go-kart tracks, Just press a button. You can't do more than 70 k's, doesn't matter what you do. Because the job isn't it, to be as close to the delta as you can, rather than erring on the side of caution.
Keep left. Exit left.
See, that sort of cast a shadow, didn't it, over the whole event, really.
Turn left.
Very unfortunate incident. I see also that in a motorsport, I guess, related, Jesse Coombs was killed in land speed record attempt. Which was more sad news, though. They say these things come in threes, so I hope
At the
there's not
roundabout, take the second exit.
another motorsport death in the wings.
Exit now. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
These guys do the same as me, going around the block.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
See, man, McLaren, I think, had an okay weekend up until sort of the race. just the bit that counts, eh? Mercedes-Benz.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Exit now.
I mean, that was sort of heartbreaking with Lando. The old Renault engine giving up. McLaren are just really struggling, aren't they, to get an engine that's going to make them competitive. I mean, they've had better luck this year than with the Honda, but you know, there was sort of a few Renault problems creeping in, wasn't there, on the weekend for them and Renault. So there was. It's a hell of a detour, that, wasn't it?
Get ready to exit right.
But
Exit right.
Since their chassis sort of seems to be coming good, if you're Ferrari or Mercedes, you don't want to give them an engine, do you? Well, give him an engine so he can compete against me.
Go straight on.
So I can't see him getting a Honda engine back. I mean, Honda still looks touch and go whether they're going to stay, don't they? Even though they're sort of with Red Bull. So well, people are just hoping that when the rig change comes, that there's a good shake-up, eh?
Go straight on.
One of the things I find interesting is how much speed Lewis has at the end of races. And they must look after their tyres super well or something. There was that incident, wasn't there, when he took the fastest lap at the last lap of the race on bloody mediums. So he just absolutely wrecked Vettel, and he was just chopping huge amounts of time out of Leclerc at the end of that race. So there's something about the heat, isn't it, that the Ferraris like or the Mercedes don't like. So I get a feeling that it might be that it's just enough to make the tyres work for the Ferrari. And they've got good power, sort of thing. I don't think Mercedes is down on power. Just think, you know, they sort of complained about those tyre troubles. So when that heat comes on, the Ferrari starts using the tyre better. Whereas Mercedes seems to be in a real sweet spot of being able to use the tyre most of the time, but also look after it. Saturday, 7:13. Oh, we're pretty good on time. Let's check how my other driver's going once we finish this fuzz assist load. So all in all, it was a pretty tough weekend for Renault, and ended up a tough weekend for McLaren. I mean, the Renault looked good, didn't it, in qualifying? Well, good. Better. Had that new spec engine, and they've kept it in the bag. Took the penalties for it now, but kept it in the bag for later. It's so confusing with the penalty system, you know. In terms of what these teams spend, is a new power unit really that excessive? Like 20 races. Even your local guy, a local club guy down the local circuit, he sort of expects to have to do an engine rebuild once a season, you know. You've done, 8 local races. It just makes no sense to just keep dishing out penalties all the time. It's one of those things that they sort of think, oh, it's going to create some havoc, but things are cumulative. You know, the better things are going, the more you save in the engine, and the worse things are going, the more you lean in on things. So you just end up compounding the problems of people who are struggling anyway, rather than throwing a spanner into the works of someone who's going well. I mean, okay, don't let people use 3 engines a race or something, but would it really be so bad to allocate them 10 engines a season? 11 engines a season, 1 every 2 races? And you can have 10 engines and you can rebuild them between rounds. That would be fair, wouldn't it? Especially some of these things where there's nothing you can do. If you blow an engine, you've got to fit a new one. So you're going to be penalised for it. So you go, well, I can't not take the penalty. Otherwise, the car won't start. Just it doesn't make sense when you're a fan. You says, oh, the guy qualified 6th, but he started 20th. Why? Because he had to change an engine. Whatever.
Go straight on. Keep left.
So yeah, Monza next week.
Exit
It's a
left.
bit strange, isn't it? How competitive the race is at the moment seems to be reliant on temperature a bit. We have a hot race.
Turn left.
Ferrari might be able to qualify. Does that mean that Mercedes will get faster as the season goes on and temperatures cool? the sort of state of affairs you used to get with
Keep left.
when they used to have multiple tyre manufacturers. You'd find the one tyre. That's why I think it's got to do with tyres, basically.
At the roundabout.
You know, so if you had a Bridgestone Dunlop tyre, you'd find one tyre handled different temperature or different conditions better. You know, well, the Bridgestone's good in the wet, but the Dunlops are good when it's hot.
Exit now.
My hand down.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Finding a new route.
What?
Recomputing.
No. Yeah, we've sorted that out.
Ready to roll. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Ugh, what a terrible junction. Don't stop there, mate. Bloody hell. Now he's gonna go. Dude, just literally just stop to mess me around. Let's go, mate. They can get buggered with these junctions, honestly.
Keep left and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Oh, there's a fuel stop coming up. Let's do a fuel stop on their time. Although maybe we'll get a special transport. Since we're in the big city, I might try and pick up a special transport when we get there. If I knew the UK at all, I'd know that this was a certain bridge, but I've got no idea. So. I haven't seen much come up from my other driver. Have they been working? So yeah, now what's happening in the IndyCar?
Keep left and then exit left. Exit left. Turn right.
I can't remember where I'm going. We're going to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, yes, I'm going to Aberdeen. I'm going to Aberdeen and then I'm going to try and get a special transport. That's what's happening. We've literally driven through the night. It's been dark the whole way, so I'm sure the scenery was magnificent. You know, they just have an IndyCar. I think it was Portland. A couple of the young guys are looking pretty good in that, aren't they? Colton Herter, Ferrucci. Rosenquist, I reckon, is looking good. I think I saw that Schmidt-Peterson McLaren are going to stick with Hinchcliffe next year. I was surprised about that. Yeah, I guess they must have faith in him, I suppose. It means he'll be leaving his sponsorship dollars. Maybe he's a popular driver, but I don't know, I really thought that they would go for... Maybe they couldn't score a big name. To me, that's an indicator, unless they're running 3 cars, that Alonso's not coming. So I don't know, I'm not sure what the thinking is on that one. But it's news nonetheless. I haven't seen who the other drivers will be for them, but yeah, it's still my firm belief that the focus is the Indy 500. I guess maybe they think that in the right car he's got a chance of winning the 500, you know, an experienced guy who's an oval guy. Well, you know, has a lot of experience on the ovals. It's a bit like Bathurst. If you win Bathurst, it doesn't matter how bad your season was, you can tell everyone you won Bathurst, you know. You had a great year. If the whole year was rubbish but you won Bathurst, then you had a good year. You know, they could have a terrible bloody season, but if they get a pole or win at Indy, yeah, that'd be great. Great US publicity, great North American publicity for them. Yeah, I have not heard one message from my other driver earning any money. Man, I can't take it anymore. It's a long way to go to take some old pallets, isn't it? So yeah, that's really the open wheeler news, isn't it? Newgarden had a tough start. It's amazing to me. Dixon had a bad race. It's amazing to me in IndyCar where those guys who are fighting for the championship, when they have to, they can get themselves back through the field somehow. You know? I've got to hand it to Newgarden. I'd say that, you know, this year hasn't looked spectacular, but he's still winning the championship. It's one of those ones, isn't it, where it feels like a real team effort.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, another one of these intersections. Where do these intersections come from? I mean, honestly, they're awful. Whoa, I thought I could just follow him out. That's what I did anyway. Didn't realise he was cutting it that fine. Now, was there another one that I had to pick up here when I, after I got here? So look at our map. There was. I need to go around there. Actually, I reckon I should be able to go there. Yeah.
Okay, here we
There
go.
we go.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Turn right. Here we are, safe and sound.
God, that was a long trip. Um, Now, I was going to manage my other driver, wasn't I? It's working on fragile. Still hasn't got there yet. Oh, she's sleeping. Hasn't taken enough amphetamines. Job market. Let's see if we can get a special transport. Oh, look at that helicopter. No, we can't get a special transport. Well, I'm going to have to take a 2-minute break. Right. Now, we need a job. Some cool jobs here. Alright. Am I going to Glasgow, Carlisle? Grimsby, I can go to Denmark. Aberdeen to Glasgow. Aberdeen to Carlisle. Might take this one to 32 minutes.
Time to get the job done.
Well, it's just across the road at least.
Turn right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. It's all over now.
Yeah, we'll take that one. Oh, it's a double tanker thingy.
Time to hit the brake.
Okay. So we'll get that fuel stuff on the way out of Aberdeen. Go past there. Nice.
Let's do this. Turn right.
There we go, funds wise.
Pick the second exit.
We're not far off getting our next truck, are we? We're going to get to 250.
Exit now.
Man, this 48km/h. Sooner out of the UK, the better.
Keep left and then turn left.
We're gonna pop in for fuel here, don't we?
Turn left.
Oh, 655 euros worth of fuel. Do 200 k's. Oh. Sorry, man. I just get sick of being stuck behind these things. It's too much like real life. Look how much time it cost me though, isn't it? Lost all that track position. See, I think maybe with the Danny Ric Delivery, I will do mostly, I'll do them after there's been a Formula 1, and then, or there's some sort of motorsport news to talk about, rather than doing it every week. I sort of more aim to do it after F1. And any other trucking I might do ATS. Just something different. There's so many people do Euro truck and that, you know. Let's see. There's been some renderings out of next year's F1 car. Is it next year's one or 2021? I keep forgetting timelines that they work with these things, you know. Now I've got this guy off again. Nice. See if we can have a catastrophic accident. It's a terribly unsafe manoeuvre, but we want to get to where we're going, you know. Gotta go for time in real life. So I think I might finish this job and then move on to something else. Is it just me, or do they need more overtaking lanes? At least some guys do. Oh, brake! Oh. That's the police. He's going to overtake the Caravaner. He's going for it again. So it's not just me, you know. Got the wrong button there. Got the wrong button there, sir. This is worth $6,000 basically. Thanks to 240. Oh, we're going to be stuck down this guy the whole way.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
What the hell was that? I wonder if you hit those people on the side of the road, are they sort of immovable objects? I've never wanted to try it out. Yeah. Look at this cool little truck.
Keep left and then exit left. Exit left.
Oh, what the hell? What is with these bumps on these exits? Ridiculous.
Turn right.
This map needs some work, doesn't it? I guess this is an old part of the map, isn't it? How's my 4% damage on the poor old truck?
Get ready to turn left.
What's going on over there? And they did
Turn
start
left.
doing some old parts of the map up again, didn't they? I think Germany they've done, or started doing. Is it deaf?
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
What happens when one dangerous container goes into another one?
Go straight on. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left. Keep right and then turn right. Turn right. This is where it ends.
Okay, we'll do that. That's easy enough. spend too much time messing around with this type of stuff. Yep, whatever's. Let's see what's on the job market. We've got some special transports. Oh, back to Aberdeen. Yeah. Aberdeen, Carlisle. It would be nice to get out of England, but at the same time, maybe I should. Let's go to London. Manchester. This one to Carlisle plays pretty well, doesn't it? We'll take that one. 23 minutes. I've got to get out of town. I'm not going to get to that one. We'll take the one. This goes to Manchester. I don't have to go out of town to get it, but it only pays $15 rather than $24 a K. We'll take that one.
Drive safe. Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep right,
We
and
go
then
up
turn
and
right. Turn right.
I'm going to go up here and get the truck fixed.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Get all that kind of stuff
At the
done while we're
roundabout,
here.
take the third exit.
See you, Mr. Officer.
Exit now. Okay, let's find a new route.
There we go. Service, please. I hate this thing here. Can I just go for none? Apparently I gotta have one. Which looks more like a Renault Sport. That one will do.
Finding a new route.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Turn
I got my foot flat on the floor.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Let's just hook this job up and then call it a day.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh. This thing rotates like a champ. It's a bit out of town, this, isn't it? Loan instalment, 5,700.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
How's their sleeping accommodation down here?
We are finished.
Oh. Is it around here? I'm not sure. No, it's not. It's the other pickup. Oops.
Let's go.
Okay. Carlisle. Apparently there's nothing to pick up there, but we will take off there. I'll have to pick that one up afterwards. Okay, that's the route set.
Drive safe.
Oh, free Weatherby's. Hey, boss man. Hey, mate, how you going? Didn't notice your comment there, sorry. How's trucking? Yeah, it's not too bad. Did you catch the, I'm not sure where you are, did you catch the Formula One on the weekend? Plenty of vibration through the wheel. No. Are you in the US or Europe? I can't remember.
Get ready to turn right.
I don't have cable to watch TV. Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest with you. Because of pay TV deals here, I can only watch, you know, highlights and stuff. Which is a real pain. I'm in the US, yeah. Oh no, he's overtaken me. Yeah, the old pay TV deals, you know, sort of kills the popularity of things. I think that's a real problem for Formula One, is not being able to have enough new people watch it, you know. I just have to follow it on YouTube and highlights and news and all that type of stuff. Are you a motorsports fan in general, or do you follow another sport over there? Oh, come on, mate. 10 k's an hour over the speed limit, I'm going to kill the cops. I don't know, man. I try and make it as realistic as possible. I don't know about truckers in your country, but the ones here aren't so keen on speed limits. I watch all sports, so yeah.
Get ready to turn left.
The IndyCar's been pretty good this season.
Turn left.
I think one of the best seasons of IndyCar for a long time. The new car is really good, you know. I've been especially impressed by its ability to not flip when they have accidents on the oval. Whoever did the aero on it's done a really good job in that respect. It's been good close racing, you know.
Go straight on.
Oh, these UK roads.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Are you affected by the hurricane at all?
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on. I've been thinking of following the TCR actually. It's not usually my cup of tea, but again, it's a sort of formula that promotes close racing. It's sort of only in its first season here, really. And, you know, front-wheel drive touring cars are not the most exciting thing in the world, but in terms of the quality of racing, I sort of hope it'll go back to what's the old BTCC days of having a lot of competitive cars, you know. Formula One's a bit different than that. I mean, the way Formula One works, you're never going to have a whole field of competitive cars because they all have different cars. But yeah, so I've been thinking of giving the TCR a bit of a go. Well, we have the supercars here, but again, that's like Formula One. It's on the pay TV, so you can't watch it. And the cost of their race tickets now to go to the race, absolutely unbelievable. You know, they're not that good. $100 a ticket. Of course, they were in September in Australia. We're coming up to endurance season. So that's kind of exciting. Bathurst in October. got to be Ford's best chance to win Bathurst in a long, long time this year. Yeah, they're running the Mustang. Well, what sort of looks like a Mustang. It's another Formula 2 that needs a shake-up. You know, it's sort of got almost Formula 1 type problems where they've got viewership problem because it's only on pay TV. They've got an attendance problem because tickets are too expensive. They've got a bit of a competition problem because even though it's sort of a parody formula, there's a couple of teams with way too much money, which is sort of US backed. So for them, the more expensive it is, the better it is, because they can afford what other teams can't. It's just way too expensive for what it is. So for people coming in, it's not an economic prospect. It's sort of been heading that way, getting worse and worse for a while. And the TV package is pretty good, it's just no one can watch it. You get the occasional race, like some of the races are on TV, and there's a law here that says
and then continue straight on.
Certain events have to be available on free-to-air TV.
Straight on.
So the football grand final, Bathurst, some of the cricket events, they have to be on free TV if it's considered a major cultural event. So at least, you know, you get to watch Bathurst, you get to watch a couple of the races on free TV, but if you can't follow the season,
Keep left and then turn
watching
left.
the general races is a bit pointless, you know.
Turn left.
I may as well just watch Bathurst. I sort of wonder how it is that people keep making the same mistakes, you know. If you've got a product and you stop people watching
Go
it,
straight on.
it's had the same problem as Formula 1, like sponsors. You know, if you're a sponsor, so you go, well, I only get to one target market, the sort of people who afford pay TV in Australia and think it's worthwhile. I mean, pay TV in Australia is really expensive, and for what you get on it, it's just not good value. So even people who, you know, there's a lot of people who can afford it, but it's not good value. So if you're a sponsor, you sort of go, well, if I look at the demographics of who's paying for pay TV in Australia, so it's a pretty limited number, less and less all the time. I mean, you can get Netflix for $10 a month, and the pay TV here is like $50 for the most basic package. Plus they want to charge you for the equipment and the installation and all that, you know. So, yeah, not paying that, mate. I'll get Netflix for $10.
Driver KDW has leveled up. Alright.
Go straight on.
Let's manage Katie. So let's switch it to the just in time. There we go. While I remember. Coming in hot. So it's one of those things that's short-sighted, isn't it? You sort of you get a big chunk of change now, and then the question becomes, what do they do with that big chunk of change? Because once they're getting that pay TV money, you can't afford to get off it if you're spending it to keep yourself going. You know, if the costs have gone up where you're using that pay TV money, you can never afford to get off it. And then as your product's worth less and less, you sort of just start strangling yourself. If they give you a big chunk of pay TV money and you spent it on infrastructure, or they saved it up or something, but they seem to spend it on, find a way to spend it continually and just operating, you know? Anyway, now that we've got no viewers, I'm going to actually how are we going for time? Have I got time to do something else? Oh, it's 11:15. Might as well keep going here.
Go straight on.
Should I get fuel? I'll get fuel.
Go straight on. Okay, let's find a new route. Keep left and then continue straight on.
Keep left.
Go straight on.
Have I been through Carmel yet? I can't remember. I must have. White line fever.
Keep left and then continue straight on. Go straight on. And then turn left. Turn left. Roundabout. Take the third exit. Exit now. Keep right and then turn right. Turn right. Here we are, safe and sound.
250,000. Let's pick up this unlockable. Alright, so we should have enough money for our next truck, shouldn't we? Should we get our next truck, or do we finish driving around Britain first? We finish driving around Britain first. Then when it's time to go back to the mainland, we'll get our new truck. Liverpool's just there, isn't it? Sheffield. Plymouth. Oh, what's this one? I thought I went through there. Birmingham, 17 minutes. Not going to get there. That would be an ideal. We'll see if we can get there.
Okay, here we go. Keep left and then turn left. Turn left.
Oh, brake.
Keep left. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Turn right. It's all over now. Drive safe.
Alright, let's check out the map. So now, why did we pick that one up before? Oh, we'll go down and pick that up.
Ready to roll.
Okay, we'll go down and pick up this unlockable. Because if we have to go down the block, we'll do it now while I remember. And then we will call it a day.
Turn right.
Do I need to turn up here? Is that what's going on?
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Okay, let's find a new route.
Wheels are damaged from when I ran over that car. It's not too big a trailer, this, so it's pretty manoeuvrable.
Turn right.
Okay. Let's call that one done.